to New York, Mamma Mia. This episode is going to be super crazy. We're going to learn how to make a New York pizza like an expert. Look at this, soft, a little crispy. Andiamo! Welcome guys to Scarsdale. Finally, guys, we're over here at Pizzarelli's Pizza, and we're going to see what makes this slice so good, and we're going to learn what's the secrets about this New York slice. All right, guys, I'm over here with Marisa. What makes your pizza so good? Huh?
Well, there's a lot that goes into it. Obviously, the sauce, the cheese. I think most importantly is the dough. You got to know how to rise the dough. You got to know how to make the dough. And then,
you got to give it that perfect New York crunch, right?
And don't ever be cheap.
For the secret recipe, we got 25 kilos of flour, 14 kilos and 250 grams of water, 625 grams of salt, 750 grams of olive oil, 500 grams of sugar, and 200 grams of fresh yeast.
Now we got about a few liters. I'm going to put in the description flour over here. Look at this. And it's high gluten flour. Got about a 50 pound right there. 50 pounds of flour right here. Speed number 1. We're going to make sure we incorporate this. And how long would you say we do this, the first phase of
approximately 11 minutes.
About 11 minutes for the first phase, right?
The humidity in terms of the temperature.
Okay.
The time that it takes to mix the dough correctly.
11 minutes.
Well, approximately 11 minutes. Sometimes it can be up to 13, 14 minutes.
Now we're about 9 minutes in. You can see how the dough has formed the gluten structure. We're talking about 57% hydration for the New York dough. Look at this. Look how it mixed all on speed number 1. We don't raise the speed. Look at this. All right, look at the dough. Look how hard it is. Look at this, nice and tight. We want to make sure, that's why you want to make sure you use a high gluten flour and you mix it at a very, very low speed and with a low hydration. That way you can make sure you get that nice crunch. You need a high gluten flour,
That's what it's all about, because when you're stretching it out, if the dough doesn't have that elasticity, it's going to break. It's going to be thin in spots, thick in spots. It's got to have that stretch. This way you can control it as you're opening it up.
That's good job. You hear that, guys? This is an expert in the pizza New York case. A lot of people, they want to know, once we take it out of the machine, how long are we going to let it rise?
I'll show you how to do all of this.
Oh, man, she's going to show me everything.
I got you guys.
She got me. Here we go. Here we go, guys.
That is actually where all the secret lies, is in how long you leave the dough. But I will tell you that a lot has to do with the weather. A lot has to do with the humidity. A lot has to do with how cold is your walk-in box, the area that you're storing the dough.
So once it's done, you just take it out and we're going to put it on the counter. What are we going to do with it?
We're going to let it sit a little bit. We're going to cut it up. We're going to roll it into dough balls.
Right away, after 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it out. We leave it here like maybe 5-10 minutes. Then it takes another 5-10 minutes to cut it up and roll it.
Roll it.
So it's a total of about 20 minutes of the dough being outside the machine. And then after that, you leave it to the secrets of how long you got to prep it and how long you...
How long would you say? I need to know the secret. Everybody wants to know the secret.
Yeah.
Come on. Everybody wants to know the New York pizza. Come on. She's going to tell us. She's going to tell us how nice she is. Come on, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and make sure you guys say Marisa. She's giving us all the secrets.
I can't.
Come on. Give us okay.
I would say anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour.
You let it. Okay, and then we're gonna once we put in the trace, then you're gonna let it double before you put it in the walking room, right?
We put it in there.
For about 2-3 hours.
Yeah, it's gonna be in there at least 2-3 hours.
Okay, 16-inch pizza. Look at this, guys. We're talking about 1 pound, 0.3.
Yeah, just a little more than a pound and a quarter.
Everything all to the center. Boom, boom, boom. Look at this. Look at this, my friend. Leo, perfection. Look at this.
Dough trays last night.
Nice. Stretch it. So show me how we can stretch this New York pizza. Okay.
The most important thing when you're stretching a pie is you got to make sure it always stays round. Once it's not round, it'll never be round again.
So what you're doing is you're pushing the air
from
the outside.
You push the air out.
There we go. Pushing all the air out.
You got to work the crust.
Giving a little bit
extra flour.
You're rebuilding the crust.
I'm building the crust. Some people do it different. This is the way I like to do it.
Yeah, you're rebuilding
it. It makes my pie nice and round.
And there we go. Now
everybody likes a nice round pie.
There we go. Look at this. Mamma mia, look at this stretch. And let me ask you, what is this going to be, a 16-inch?
16-inch pie.
Look at this. Look at this. Schiaffo right here. Look at this. Look how she's opening the dough up right there. Look at this.
I love making pizza.
Mamma mia. Bravo, right? Look how good she is. She opened it up little by little. There we go. And we stretch it. And a lot of people are going to ask, when you stretch it like this, it's not going to make the center too thin?
Not if you know how to control it.
Okay, so if you're doing it from the outside, yeah. See, look, it's not thin.
As
look
you
how
can see,
even it is.
Perfectly even all the way around.
Look at that. Now she got the tomato sauce over here. There we go. Right from the center, out. And what's the secret about your sauce? What do we do? You crush it by hands? You got a food mill?
We don't crush it by hand. just a happy blend that we make. All tomatoes.
blend.
It's never bitter. A lot of sauces you taste are always bitter.
Put a little bit of Italian seasonings in there.
Yeah, of course. A little that, a little this, a little
And
that.
you got to use a good cheese. You got to
Good
use
cheese.
a full fat grande cheese. You got to use
Yep.
something
And,
good. There we go. Look at this.
Not only that, but the cheese inside the sauce. We only use locatelli, and we use a grana padano. All the cheese we use is only the good
nice,
stuff.
dude.
You never
Nice
cheap
grana.
out.
Nice grana padano, huh?
That's
you see?
it.
A grana padano. Now we're going to see
it.
how you launch it, because a lot of people, they get afraid how to launch it.
Yeah.
Look how she launches the pizza right here. Oh, look at that. Ready? 1, 2. There we go. Look at it. Beautiful. Mamma mia, guys. Hopefully I can launch it correctly. Mamma mia. Huh? There we go. Here we go, New York. A pizza. A pizza New Yorkese. All right, look at this pizza. Mamma mia, perfection. Look at this. It baked in about, what, 7 minutes?
That's about it.
7 minutes. Look at this.
Pizza perfection.
Look at this. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Look at that. Look at that. New York's perfection right here. Hear the crunch, guys. Hear this crunch over here? Look at that. Look underneath. Look underneath, guys. Look at that. Look how it holds. Look at that structure. Look underneath. Look underneath. Everybody wants to see underneath. Look at that cheese. Mamma mia. New York. Here we go.
Get the focaccia.
Mamma mia. Forget about it. Mamma mia.